Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video I'm going to be showing you how I created this very simple playlist cover. Yeah, Spotify playlist cover, right? So it's basically a playlist that I have on Spotify, and I decided to make a cover. I don't know why I'm over explaining this, but this is how I created it, right? So create a new file. um I think I use 1080 by 1080 as the size. I'll remove outboard. Just make sure your settings are like mine and click on create. Once that is done, you're going to bring in your assets. Right, so this is the asset that I used, and basically I got this using Gemini AI. As you can notice, um their watermark right here. So the first thing I'll do is to remove that watermark using the clone stamp. So I'm just going to select it. I also have to rasterize this to use the clone stamp tool. So rasterize the layer, and I'll hold Alt and define a layer and select a layer. And once I've done that, I can now use the clone stamp tool to wipe off the watermark, which I've done. Now once that is done, I'll press Ctrl T. You can see that I'm actually reducing the size of the image, right? Once I've done that, I'll select the image by holding Ctrl and clicking on that, and then I'll press Ctrl Shift I to make an invert selection of the layer. Once that invert selection is made, I'll press Shift Backspace. Once Shift Backspace is selected, by the way, if you don't know how to use content aware view, because that's what I'm doing right now, you can just click the video at the top left, and I made a detailed tutorial about that. It's not very long, right? So I'm going to use my content aware view right now to fill in the gap, fill in the gap, fill in the gap, fill in the gap. Right, so you can see the magic that just happened right now, but I made a mistake, so I'm going to press Ctrl Z. And after making the selection, what I'm actually supposed to do is go to select, go to modify, go to contract. Sorry, not contract, not contract, expand rather. Sorry guys. Go to modify, go to expand by 10, click OK. Now that I've clicked expand, because if you noticed when I did that first one, this right hand side was kind of, it didn't fill up properly, right? So you're supposed to make sure that the selection has some part of the image inside it. I don't look, just go and watch that video, right? Because I'm not get trying to explain. So shift backspace and then okay. So we'll go again, we'll go again, we'll go again. It's loading, it's loading. Yay! Press Ctrl D to deselect. Now you can see that everything is filled in perfectly, right? So that's what we are looking for. Now the next thing to do is I'm going to select the subject, which is the piano. Select the subject, select the subject. Excuse me. Right, the subject has been selected, and I'm going to create a duplicate of that. So I'll turn the subject into a smart object, and I'll also turn um the actual image into a smart object. And if you don't know how I did it, I actually used the shortcut that created a custom shortcut. And if you don't know how to create custom shortcuts, you can just click the video at the top left and go and learn how to do it. I know that is can be annoying sometimes when I tell you that, oh, if you don't know how to do this, click the video and go and learn it, probably because you might want to watch this video to the end, but once you're done watching it, I would always advise you to go to watch the videos that I recommend, because they will actually broaden your knowledge and understanding of Photoshop, because I currently explain every single thing in every single video. So once I've made a dedicated video about a topic, I don't really like to re-explain it over and over and over. So that's why I recommend that you guys go and watch it. But if you already know how to do it, then there's no need to watch it, right? So let's get on with the tutorial. I have these two layers. I'm going to group them together. Press Ctrl T, expand them like this and rotate. Not so much. Yeah, I think I'll ungroup. There's no need to group them. Now they are rotated. I think the rotation is too much. I'll press Ctrl T and take it back like this, and I think I'll reduce the size a bit. Okay, I think this is okay. We're going to select my text too. select my text tool. I'll write the letter B. I'll change the color to white. I'll change the font to Ivy Presto. Ivy Presto. This is actually supposed to be capital letter B. Okay, now I don't think Ivy Presto is the one. But let's see. Let's check others. No, it's definitely Ivy Presto. It's Sha Ivy something. Ivy Opera. I think it's Ivy Opera. I think the size is 100. No, it's not medium. Nah. I think it's Ivy Aura Display. Is it display? I can't remember the exact font I think it's Ivy Aura Display, but I'm going to like increase the size of the B. Yeah, it's Ivy Aura Display. It's Ivy Aura Display. Right, so I'm going to write B here. Let me reduce the size a bit. And then I'll drag this. I'm holding Alt and dragging to duplicate. Then I'll change the letters to, I'm basically spelling back, BACK. Alright, now I'll select this letter C and I'll place it here on top of the piano. I'll change the color to red. Alright, letter A as well. I'll change the color to the same red as the C and also be placed on top of the piano like this. The B, I think it's okay where it is, somewhere here, and then the K should be placed somewhere here. But the difference with this key now, what I want to do with this key is I want to wipe off one of these. Right, you can see the key is on top of the piano, but I want only the right hand part of the key to be on top. I want this left hand side to be under the piano. So to achieve that, I'll create a selection of the piano. I'll come to key and I'll create a mask. I'll press Ctrl I to invert the mask. Now you can see that it's hiding both parts of the key. I'll select my brush tool. I'll reduce the size, increase the opacity to 100, of course. In fact, I'll make sure it's a hard brush, right? And I'll make sure white is the foreground color, and I'll dab on the side that I want to show. So you can see that it's only the right hand side that's showing, the left hand side is under the piano. Alright, and then the final thing I'll do is I'll write "Take Me Back" nostalgia in brackets. I'll centralize it, press Ctrl T. I'll reduce the size like this because that's the name of the album. If you guys want the link to the album, the playlist, if you guys want the link to the playlist, let me know in the comment section. But if you don't want it, that's alright as well. So I think this is it. But what I'm going to do is I'll select the letters and the image and I'll press Ctrl T. I think I'll increase it a bit. And yeah, that's pretty much how I created this playlists, and I hope you guys learned something new from this tutorial. I hope you learned a new technique or whatever. It's pretty simple, pretty straightforward, nothing too much. And if you learned anything, let me know in the comment section. If there's anything you want me to talk about or make a video about, also let me know. And of course, share this video, subscribe because more amazing content is coming your way. Thank you for watching and I'll catch you in the next video. Peace.